Today, we are going to be reviewing the brand new Wes Anderson film, Asteroid City. Because Austin is not a very good critic, I will be taking over the review. My insane amount of movie knowledge and ability to keep Mr. Burke locked in his home should make this review interesting. Also, there will be SpongeBob references. God, you are annoying.
What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. I finally got to Wes Anderson's brand new movie, Asteroid City. I was going to see it earlier this week, and I got stuck in 3 hours of traffic. So that was great. Boo! Let me know down below, what is your favorite Wes Anderson movie? Did you enjoy this film? Also, I won't be moving much in this review. I threw up my back, and it hurts. My back! So in this movie, we follow a writer on his world-famous fictional play about a grieving father who travels with his tech-obsessed family to a small rural asteroid city to compete in a junior stargazing event. And their worldview is disrupted forever. Directed by Wes Anderson, this film is rated PG-13. We have some brief graphic nudity, smoking, suggestive material, nothing out of the realm of what Wes Anderson is known for, and, you know, Anderson being that very specific and distinct style of filmmaker, some people are going to love him, others, it's not their cup of tea. And that's okay. A lot of Wes Anderson movies resonate with me. I really enjoy this style, and from a visual standpoint, his movies always deliver, Asteroid City being no different. This movie is visually stunning. The way that the camera moves to capture not only the beauty of this set, my God, the production design, the set design here, capturing the 1950s. This is a time that Anderson's never really worked in before, so we're getting to see a very different type of style there, but one that always falls back into what he's known for, keeping the focal point in the center of the screen, mirroring one side to the other, and just kind of capturing this town and the individuals in this crazy town. Visually, it's phenomenal. You knew that was coming.
You didn't see that coming.
We always know his movies are going to deliver from that standpoint, and this one absolutely does. And then we have the cast, and oh my God, the cast is crazy, but honestly, the standout here is Jason Schwartzman, who has had an amazing couple of weeks from Spider-Verse to this, and, you know, he's always good in Anderson's movies, but for some reason, this is the definitive performance. I would say next to him, Scarlett Johansson is amazing. She steals the show every time she's on screen. I really like the character that Tom Hanks played. He feels like the most grounded character of the bunch, and Schwartzman's character and his family of 3 young girls and a son who is very intrigued and really smart, to be honest with you, but they're going through something tragic, something that the kids don't even know about at first, and when he breaks the news, I thought that was handled really well. Like other Anderson movies, there's this slight sense of humor here that is just it feels so self-aware at the beginning and mirroring our society in this really, I wouldn't say complex, but interesting way that some people are going to be picking up on, and others are just going to be like, Austin, you're seeing things. I don't think I'm seeing things. I think this is a nice series of messages all throughout the movie, and obviously it's a period piece, but at the same time, being under the reign of the government is one thing, but also handling very simple things in life, like grief, which is what our main family is dealing with, but it seems like everyone else in the town has their own version of that. Now, some of these characters, I don't know if the depth is there like Anderson wanted it to be. You know, in a lot of his movies that I absolutely love, each individual character of some sort of prominence has something, a moment, a scene, some dialogue that kind of tells you where they are, what their role is, and why they are there. And we got that for a few characters here, but someone like Liev Schreiber's character, I just felt like he was there. Good performance, but not much from the character. Same from Jeffrey Wright. I thought Rupert Friend had a nice moment or two as Montana, and there's something there between he and Maya Hawke's character in June. Hawke is great. I really enjoyed her screen time, her screen presence, and there are some really funny bits between she and the kids, especially when they find out that something else is at play here. I think of a movie last year like Nope. I saw somebody on Twitter, I don't know who it was, so sorry I can't give you credit, but somebody said this is like Wes Anderson's Nope. So when they realize that there's something else out there, the way that these characters are responding to that and handling that and just kind of like brushing it off, like, okay, cool, it's another thing. It's another big, scary thing happening. The government's testing bombs. You see them going off a few miles in the background. Everybody's like, it's just another day in the neighborhood. These moments are obviously there for a reason, and it's up to the audience to kind of parse through those. Why did he include this? And then when we scale back and look at the behind the scenes of it all, and then the behind the scenes of that, what is the reasoning behind all of those layers of storytelling, and do they or do they not work well together? This is probably my biggest issue with the movie. While I love Bryan Cranston's performance as he's kind of the narrator of this entire thing, he's the narrator of a TV show that's showcasing the process of a playwright coming up with this play, which is Asteroid City, but we're seeing it from the perspective of, there's a lot going on here, and those layers at points started to kind of get in the way of my enjoyment of what's actually happening in Asteroid City, because what's happening is a play that is also now on a TV show. There are a lot of layers.
Layers!
And being able to keep myself invested in what I felt was the most interesting part, that's Asteroid City, continued to be interrupted by all of these black and white scenes and sequences. And while what's going on with Edward Norton's character and Adrian Brody's character is interesting enough, I didn't care about that as much. I get it. We're on this trajectory. We're building up to what happens ultimately in the third act. I also did not feel a huge sense of payoff at the end of the movie. I thought it would build in a slightly different direction, and combining all of those moments was great. And I also thought Margot Robbie, her role in this film, that moment for me, did kind of work, and it did kind of put the cherry on top of everything, so that was nice. But at the same time, there is so much going on within those final 15-20 minutes, and I do wish that focus on Asteroid City would have been more prominent than it actually was, as opposed to the black and white sequences. And if you see the movie, I could go into detail as to what they are, but, they're impressive from a visual standpoint, but narratively, it felt a bit too scattered, if that makes sense. I also love the role of the younger characters in this movie. Dina and Woodrow, like I said, Maya Hawke's character, all of those kids, the three daughters, that was very sweet, kind of reeling from the loss of their mother. So some really nice storylines in here, some beautiful moments. Visually, it's spectacular. It captures the 1950s perfectly, although very unrealistic. And there's a moment where they're using this animation, and for some people, they're going to be watching it going, this looks so dumb, so stupid. But for others, they're going to say, this is stylistic, and I appreciate Anderson sticking to that style. I still don't truly know where I fall, but there's some nice humor that comes from that moment. And again, Schwartzman's character is he's amazing in the film, he and Scarlett Johansson. Before I give you my score, what movie are you seeing in theaters this weekend? Is Asteroid City higher up in your Wes Anderson ranking or lower down? Asteroid City features fantastic visuals, incredible performances, and the best production design of the year so far. The way he brings this stylized 1950s town to life is fascinating. That being said, there may be too many layers to this story. It lacks focus, but it works, and I think a lot of people are going to love this. I wish I loved it on the level that I wanted to, but it's better than those AI Wes Anderson things I'm seeing on TikTok. What the heck are those? Thanks for watching. See you soon.